Good evening, sports fans. Welcome to Friday Football Night on the Gulf Coast Sports Network. Thank you for joining us for tonight's broadcast. We're live from the Eagles Nest at Springstead High School as the Central Bears are hosted by the Springstead Eagles. I'm Derek Smith, and I'll bring you the play-by-play call tonight. And by my side on the call is the football guru himself, Dave Barrett.
Thank you, Derek. And thank you to the fans who are tuning in tonight's matchup. First, we have the Central Bears led by first-year head coach Jim Piusateri, and his Bears team was in a rough patch before the season started as coach took over only 3 weeks before the start of the season. So there's been a lot to accomplish. Coach is very proud of his team and the improvements that he is seeing each and every week, and he knows that a rebuild is a long game process, and he's putting the systems and processes in place to be successful.
Yeah, that's right, Dave, and he has a very young team this year as well.
Yeah, great point, Derek. The Bears come in with just 7 seniors, and while they provide some solid and steady leadership, it does mean that there's going to be some growing pains for those younger players. But they are getting valuable reps and experience this year, and that's going to pay off big time for them down the road for the Bears program. We'll have our eyes on quarterback Evan Spears tonight and the wide receiver Keyshawn Simmons as they try to connect early and often. Defensively, look for the senior Zach Buzz and Solomon Smith to lock down the middle of the field and get the Eagles into third and long situations.
Great summary, Dave. Now, let's shift gears a little bit. We've seen Springstead twice this year in our broadcast, so we know they have a steady ground game and a very stout defense. What do you expect from the Eagles tonight?
Well, Coach Garfano is going to continue to lean on his talented seniors in this game on both sides of the ball. You got Nick Centella over at quarterback, as well as Crosslick and Owen Andrus as the 1-2 punch in the backfield. And that is all anchored by those big fellas up front. But defensively, you have talented leadership at every single position. On the line, you have the senior defensive end, Curtis Cheney. Then you have the hard-nosed linebacker in Jordan Novometsky and my man Madden. And finally, the defensive backs are Gargalo and Houston. So look for Coach Garfano to establish the run early on offense and to crowd the line on defense to force the Bears to go to the air.
Don't go anywhere. We have the kickoff coming for you right now as Springstead will receive. Bears kicking off, number 51, Xavier Martinez lining up. And the deep man for Springstead trying to get a number, Dave. He hasn't really turned our way, unfortunately, but here's the kick. It is a poocher and rolls out of bounds at about the 43, 44-yard line. So great field position to start for the Eagles.
You couldn't ask for much more on the opening drive. Have the ball right there on your 50-yard line. Great opportunity for the Springstead Eagles.
Ball is placed on the 43-yard line. First and 10 for the Eagles.
So from the 43, Eagles starting on offense here.
A little sportsmanship with some handshakes. That's great to see.
And one of the big guys rumbling in there, getting to a spot. The run to the right, number 11, Chirilla.
Yeah, he
on the carry.
He had a little bit of steam with him, but it looked like the Bears were in there 3-5, and they had some free guys running to the ball for no gain.
Brings up second down, no gain.
So second down and 10 here. See what they do. Check the sidelines. Quarterback.
Yeah, we saw that last week with Springstead. They like to check with the coach, get themselves in the best situation possible before the snap.
Santola behind center. Toss to the left. A little bit of room. Some good blocks out in front of him. Positive yards there.
Yeah. Yeah, quick little fake to Owen Andrus up the middle. and quick end around on the other side.
Little misdirection there by the Eagles. So we got 3rd down and 6, maybe 4. See if they can convert this and take advantage of the good field position they started with. Formation checking the sidelines here. They keep it on the ground.
They really like Owen Andrus in this situation. Let's see, number 4 gets his number called.
Swing it out wide.
He's got chance.
He's got some room there.
Yeah.
A couple of good blocks. Really good gain there by Chirella again.
Really getting the ball to him early. That's his 2nd touch in 4 plays. And, well executed by the quarterback and receiver. Got some good yards.
First down.
So that is a 1st down here from the 45-yard line, getting into Bears territory.
Yeah,
We got Andrus in the backfield. Santola checking the sideline for the play. We got 2 out wide. Steps back,
Yeah.
goes deep, and airs it out a little too much there.
Yeah, Derek, he saw at the line of scrimmage the DBs were manned up on the wide receivers. The safety was shadowed to the middle of the field. He thought he had a shot with either receiver, and they both ran a go route. So he just threw it up high and far, and just a little too much this time.
A little too much, but 2nd down and 10 here. Andrus in the backfield. 2 receivers out wide, 1 in the slot. And hands off to Andrus. Good run here. He's got some daylight. 10, 5, and touchdown. Great run by Owen Andrus.
Yeah, they were patient to get the ball to him, but once they did, he cashed in on that. That was a long run.
That was a long run. Great blocking up front, too. Nice big hole for him to run through. And just like that, they capitalize on the excellent field position and get 6 on the board.
Eagles are up 6-0, setting up for the extra point attempt.
Some fancy light stuff going on.
Yeah, I
those.
had to check on that as well. I wasn't sure, but they got those nice new LEDs. Doesn't take any time. Extra point up, and it is good.
Yeah, I wanted to make sure that was on purpose as well.
Yeah, exactly. It looks like that was Andrus again on the extra point, so he got the touchdown and the extra point. We're going to take a break. We'll be right back after.
Preparing for that next step in life isn't always easy. At Legacy Wealth Partners, our combination of experience, professionalism, and access to a wide variety of products and services to help meet all of your financial goals. For a new level of attention, insight, and capability, contact the trusted team at Legacy Wealth Partners.
Welcome back, sports fans. We got 10-17 left in the first quarter. Eagles up 7-0. They're about to kick off after their opening drive touchdown.
That's number 4 back deep. He's the Central Bearcats leading rusher and receiver on the season.
Keyshawn Simmons back there. Senior, one of the few seniors on the Central team. Kick is up. It's a nice kick, too. He's going to receive it right in the end zone, and it is ruled a touchback.
I saw Owen Andrus practicing some PATs in a pregame, and he was hitting them from 45 yards, so he definitely has a foot on him.
Yeah, he's definitely got a leg. He put that extra point through very easily and sent this one all the way back to the end zone. So, doing it in multiple facets this evening. So let's see what the Central offense has in store here. Quarterback in the shotgun. scrambling, running for his life, and he looks like he's going to be down at the 5. So that was number 5 on the sack. My
man Madden.
Man Madden. I apologize for the families on that. That is a tough one, and I did not get the phonetic pronunciation. So my apologies. We're just going to call him Madden for the rest of the evening.
12-yard tackle for loss sack on that bad boy.
Evan Spears behind center and shotgun again. He drops back looking for somewhere to go. And he is down for a safety in the end zone, but there is a flag. Looked like maybe a face mask or horse collar or something like that. So that might negate that safety that he was able to just get.
Let's find out, because let's see what we got here. Looks like it might be an automatic first down.
15-yard penalty.
Face mask, you called it. That's a first down.
Personal foul on the play called on the defense. Still second down. Face mask. Remains second down.
Okay, it's not an automatic first. Okay, so we're back at second down.
Second down and 15. And the offense comes on after 2 essentially back-to-back sacks by this Eagles defense. It's a snap. And that's number 5 on the tackle. My man Madden again.
Buddy.
So 2 sacks.
Well, he saw a lane, went in there, and grabbed the quarterback. That's 2 in a row. It's third and a little bit here.
Third and more than a little bit, Dave. So, I got 5.
Ball is placed on the 6-yard line, 3rd and 24.
24. 3rd and 24 is the call here.
Well, we knew going into this, Springstead's defense was pretty stout,
Yeah,
especially
pretty
at the
stout.
linebacker position.
So Evan Spears behind center here. Man in motion. He's dropping back, looking for somewhere to go. Throws it, nearly intercepted. His target, Peyton Chansey, unable to get up and play a little defense there. So up brings 4th down.
Yeah,
That was Luca Gargulo on the coverage.
yeah. Chansey's the guy that we need to get the ball to on passing downs.
So punt team out. We got 2 men deep here for Springstead. Gargulo and Aiden. Short punt. It is downed at the 35-yard line.
Another great opportunity here for the Eagles offense on their side of the 50.
On the Bears' 35-yard line. 1st and 10, Eagles.
See if they stay with the air attack. That seemed to work well for them, kind of produce some holes.
Yeah, I do see a little flag there on the play. I hear it's a block in the back on the punt, so we'll get a new spot here shortly.
Yeah, I did not see that. I do now. I see him picking it up. So we'll have to see what the call is here.
Yeah, some miscommunication on the white hat, but he got it figured out.
Yeah, it looks like we're good. So the Eagle offense takes the ball, trying to extend their lead. Misdirection, run to the right with an end around. He is brought down by number 10, Jaden Morning.
Just a sophomore. Jaden's just a sophomore getting in some action. With a nice tackle.
That was licked on the run.
Another Springstead Eagles first down.
So it's a first down for the Eagles. Looks like they're on their the Bears' 19-yard line. Man in motion. Gives it to him. Makes one, not able to make one man miss. He's going to take that for about a 4-yard loss here.
Yeah, 32 on that tackle. He did a great job of shedding the block and getting his head across, because that's a tough runner to bring down.
Yeah, that's Chirella again coming from that wide receiver position around the back to take it. If you're new to the Gulf Coast Sports Network, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. It's free. Turn on notifications so you never miss any of the live action here. We have not only football, but we're also carrying volleyball this season, and you can go back in our archives, see some of our baseball and softball coverage from last year. We're happy to show off all the young athletes in our area. We think we got some spectacular ones here, and hopefully you do too. It looks like there was a penalty on that.
I guess it was a holding call.
Holding call. So ball's now at the 30. The 10 is the line to gain. Looking to the sidelines.
Springstead did spread out a little bit this offensive set.
Yeah, they got wide receivers, one on each side here. It's like that top side receivers on single coverage. 3 in motion, hands inside to Andrus, and he had a gigantic hole, and he will bring it to the house. So that's 2 touchdowns for Andrus, 2 possessions for Springstead. And it is 13-0 with the extra point awaiting.
Yeah, it was almost identical. Right about the same spot on the field, same play, same pylon, same result with an Andrus touchdown.
Yeah, they kind of spread them out wide and let the big guys up front just take their man and move them out of the way.
Well, that's where the coaching staff has the advantage there, because they're doing the check with me, so they're putting their guys in the best situation.
So Andrus misses that extra point.
I think it was too high.
And let's check out our Legacy Wealth Partners regional scoreboard. Spears and Simmons.
Mm-hmm.
So after the score, Springstead here to kick it away to Central, see if they can bury them deep in their end again. And back deep to receive is Keyshawn Simmons and Evan Spears. Here's the kick. It's a nice one, and it is back into the end zone again. So 2 touchbacks for Spears. His extra point attempt had plenty of leg. It looks like he just missed it, maybe a little wide. Nonetheless, they are still up 2 scores, 13-0, with 7:07 left in the game. In the quarter.
Yeah, in the quarter. I was looking at the regional scoreboard, and it was loaded with some 0-0 scores. So we're right now the most points scored in the game so far. So Springstead definitely came to play tonight.
Yeah, it's homecoming night here. You know they're going to play with a little bit more emotion. You got the court sitting off to the side. And Spears able to take it for a gain. Looks like he got about 5 or so on that carry. Made a couple people miss.
Yeah, had some really good balance, because he was knocked off balance right away at the beginning of the play. Regained himself and fell forward. They're definitely asking a lot from those 2 individuals, Simmons and Spears, and and I'm excited to see how they respond on this drive.
And for Springstead, kind of you can cut those two players out and make them beat you with the rest of the team. Handoff up the middle, and it is gobbled up by Springstead's defense.
That's the sophomore Higgins carrying the ball.
It's a fullback, number 40, and there was too many Eagles there for really tell you who got the tackle on that. It was pretty much the whole defensive line, really, if we're going to try to give somebody credit. So 3rd and 8 here. Big down for the Bears. They can keep those chains moving, play a field position game if nothing else. Spears gets it, swings it out wide. Simmons gobbled up, made a couple of men miss, but eventually got taken down.
That was a good play. I mean, it was well executed. It was a quick snap, quick throw, quick catch, and Springstead's defense just smothering the opportunity there. Looks like we're going to see a punt here, Derek.
Yeah, punt team's out. Looks like Springstead has Gargulo and a low snap, but he is able to get it off. Not great, but better than it would have been. The ball kind of rolls out about the 42, 43-yard line. So Springstead is able to stay in the Bears' territory, and we'll be right back after this.
For the past 5 years, I haven't ran because I just believed that my body was on the decline, that the pain that I was experiencing was not tolerable enough for me to go out and run. And it's one of the main reasons why I retired from the NFL, wanting to be able to run and play with my kids. And the day that he adjusted me, I felt that relief, and I felt like I could actually put on my cleats again.
My name is Tom Roselli. I served in the U.S. Navy 65 to 69. Through all the turmoil and stress battling with the VA, I've come to learn that certain organizations have their hands tied and can only proceed so far, whereas Attorney Chris Chambers has the experience and the ability to dig into the files and get the results that got me my 100%. Tremendous job in helping veterans.
Welcome back, sports fans. Alongside Dave Barrett, I'm Derek Smith, bringing you the action tonight. Springstead and Central. 5 minutes left in the first quarter. Springstead up 13-0 as quarterback drops back, finds his man, number 3, Ricky Bowermaster.
Bowermaster, is he a freshman? He is a freshman. Yeah, the freshman getting a nice little out right there in the middle of the field. Good hands.
I have him listed as an outside linebacker here.
Yeah.
So playing that tight end position, it looks like.
Springstead's freshman class is pretty talented.
Santola behind center, fakes the toss, goes deep, got it, man,
Nice
great
ball.
pass, great catch. That's
Nice.
Chirella again. He's been targeted a few times. This time it pays off.
Yeah, that was a great throw, a great catch, great route. That was awesome to see. Well executed.
Really well executed. Good play call, too. He was running basically free down that sideline. And Santola put it right on the money. So they're going to go for the PAT here. Snap, hold, kick. And that one is good.
Right down the middle this time.
Right down the middle. Right down the middle. So that brings our score to 20-0. And let's check out that Legacy Wealth Partners regional scoreboard. And we're back, awaiting the kickoff here. Looks like we have a new kicker for kickoff duties. Number 55, Curtis Chansey, defensive end, senior. And we have Spears and Simmons back deep still for the Bears. Here's the kick. It's a little shorter.
Going to get a return.
And fielded by number 14. He is quickly put down. Malachi Russell on the return, but good field position for the Bears, best they've had all night.
Yeah, number 55 did a great job kicking. He's out there pretty excited. Got to play a different position. He was pretty excited. That's something you love to see out there in these football games.
And good kick too.
Yeah.
Not a touchback, but it'll work. Limited the return. Good coverage by the Eagles. So let's see what Spears and company have in store here.
I would look for the jet to Simmons. They're starting him on the other side this time. Let's see if he gets a jet. He's in jet motion.
To him, and nearly intercepted. Great coverage there.
Yeah, that's got to be frustrating for Simmons because he wasn't open by much, but it's a great ball, and that Springstead defender just knocked it out at the last second.
So that was nearly intercepted by Aiden.
Oh, Aiden almost had that.
Number 8 out there on the coverage. That was a good pass, though. It was right on the money.
I look forward to him come back to that play.
You know, they're really putting the ball in Spears' hands. I think they've only had 1 or 2 runs this game. Everything else has been a pass option situation for him. Number 4 in motion, fakes to him, hands to the big fullback, rumbles forward for a little bit. That's Clint Huggins back there. So he's going to be there, at least it looks like, their main running option this evening. Trying to just pound the line, get a little bit of positive yards. It looks like he maybe got 1. So that'll bring up 3rd and 9 here. We got 4:07 left in the quarter. 20-0, the Eagles up on homecoming night. Well, there was a 15-yard penalty of some sort, Dave, as the chains are moving and the Bears are nearly out of their own half. It was a personal foul call, I'm being told. So you don't like to see that. You had them pinned 3rd and 10 essentially, and they get a fresh set of downs here. Spears has it, rolls out, runs it himself, nearly gets out of the tackle, but able to make it back to the line of scrimmage. That'll bring up 2nd and 10. So he was brought down by number 19. But I don't have a 19, so maybe 14?
You know, it's hard for a quarterback to be running for their lives and then step in and give an accurate ball. So tucking that ball and running was a great choice.
Yeah, it was a good choice. It looked like he had a little bit of daylight in front of him, too.
He just closed so quickly with this fast defense.
Spears has it, and he's got a little bit of running room here. Positive yards. He gets about 4 on that, and then he's run out of bounds. And that was Simmons in motion, trying to use him misdirection piece. 3rd and 6 here for the Bears, trying to get on the Eagles' half, and they are closer than they've ever been, Dave.
Yeah, I can only imagine how Central's coach only had 3 weeks to prepare for the upcoming season and get everything organized.
You add that into just the youth out there, too.
A lot of sophomores making...
Spears back with it, looking for somewhere to go. Throws it, nearly intercepted, and it falls incomplete.
We got another flag on the play, Derek.
And another flag on the play. I have to make those brighter. It's hard for me to see them. Looks like roughing the passer is the call. So
Another first down.
another first down. We're going to move the chains again. So Eagles defense providing more offensive yards for the Bears than their offense so far this game.
15-yard penalty.
Well, it's a first down. We know Forrest's been,
First and 10.
if he doesn't get the ball, they'll fake it to him. They got to potentially get some passing downs in. Let's see what they do here.
They got 3 out wide and another on the other side. It goes in motion, fakes it to him.
Oh,
Spears has it, tries to cut back, and he is taken down.
yeah, number 5 stayed at home, played his responsibility very well.
Our
and
man Madden right there.
Yeah, Madden's
Doing what he does all over the field, bringing down quarterbacks.
36-yard line.
that's his third.
So that's
his third
a
sack.
1 yard loss on that play. But the Bears have been able to get into Eagles territory, so see if they can stay on the move here. Spears in shotgun, and looks like the Central Bears have called a timeout. It's the first one of the half for them.
Well, it's very important that they get the right play here.
We'd like to give a special thank you to Cracker Barrel.
Make sure you stick with us at halftime as we'll have our Senior Spotlight segment featuring interviews, highlights, and insights. Tonight's Senior Spotlight is Crosslick, and he's been a big-time player for them, Dave.
Yeah, not just the passing game, but the running game especially. Hard-nosed young kid. Loves football. I can't wait to see the Senior Spotlight tonight.
Yeah, learn a little more about that young man, where he came from, what makes him love the game so much. So those have been great. I hope you guys have enjoyed them as much as we have. Get to know some of these young athletes in our area and what their plans are for their future and what brought them to now.
Yeah, absolutely, Derek. There's a lot of time, effort, and energy spent in practices, so getting to put one of these young fellows on Spotlight is a great idea.
As play resumes,
Something I look forward to.
from the 36-yard line.
Second down and 11.
Coach Garofano having a quick conversation with the white hat.
Making sure everybody's on the same page, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Just a little clarification. So Spears behind center. Gets the ball, looks for somewhere to go with it. It is caught.
It's a nice catch, all hands.
Nice catch. Yeah, it looks like number 14, Malachi Russell again. Yeah, he's been targeted a couple of times tonight. He's able to haul that one in for about a 5-yard, 6-yard gain. So 3rd and 5 here. 1:23 left in the first quarter. Eagles leading 20-0. But the Bears are putting together a little drive here.
Absolutely. Malachi's a junior too, Coach.
Steps back, looks for somewhere to go. Blitz is on, pressured, and he will go down, maybe gain a yard, if that. So decision time here for the Bears.
Well, I
Brings
think,
up 4th down.
I think they're going to go for it.
Looks like number 18 on the tackle, either Tucker Watson or Pastrana.
Yeah, they're going for it, Derek.
So 4th and 5 here. Big play in this early ball game. Steps back, swings it out wide. Number 7 gets it, and that's Peyton Chansey, and he is brought down. So we'll have a turnover on downs here.
Chansey caught that ball, and he was trying everything he could to get some. He was shaking him left, shaking him right, but that Eagles defense is swarming.
Yeah, the pursuit was just too strong. Not much he could do If it was one man to miss, he probably had that and had a chance for a first down. But
Evan Spears is throwing a pretty good ball tonight. I've seen him put the ball right where it needs to be. I know it wasn't a far pass, but it was still right on the money. It was still on time.
In a high-pressure situation, fourth down there. Ball in your hand.
Got 13 seconds left to go.
So Santola behind center again for the Eagles. 1st and 10 here. Looking for somewhere to go. Throws it deep and just out of the reach.
Just off. Was that number 1?
Number 8. Aiden. So we got about 8 seconds left here in the first quarter. Eagles looked like trying to put some more points on the board before this quarter ended, but pass was a little hard.
A lot of players crowding the line of scrimmage right now. When Springstead brings in this tight formation, so does Central.
Gets it, hands off, number 3. Makes a couple guys miss, cuts back again. Brought down about the 47-yard line. That was cross-licked on that. Gentleman will be featuring. There is, however, a flag on the field. Looks like it's in the backfield. That's usually a hold, block in the back, maybe something like that. But it was kind of far away from the play too, Dave. So we'll have to see what they called here.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing that white hat turn around and tell us what he knows.
Check penalty on the field right now.
All right, we'll take a break. We'll fill you in when we come back right here on the Gulf Coast Sports Network.
For the past 5 years, I haven't ran because I just believed that my body was on the decline, that the pain that I was experiencing was not tolerable enough for me to go out and run. And it's one of the main reasons why I retired from the NFL, wanting to be able to run and play with my kids. And the day that he adjusted me, I felt that relief, and I felt like I could actually put on my cleats again.
I was fortunate enough to be able to work with Divinity on a custom skincare regimen the year leading up to my wedding. It included a series of in-office treatments, microneedling, PRP, hydrofacials, and an at-home skincare regimen. So I had no worries the day of my wedding. My skin was perfect.
Welcome back, sports fans. Alongside Dave Barrett, I'm Derek Smith, here from Springstead High School. Homecoming night for Springstead as they battle their in-town rival, Central Bears. Just about ready to start the second quarter. We ended the last one with a holding call. Kind of negated a good run by Springstead. They do end around number 3 on the carry. And that's cross-licked again. Tried the same play again that worked, it looked like, Dave.
Yes, it was the same exact play with positive yards. Cross is he's a hard-nosed runner, so he's not afraid to throw it up in there.
Puts his head down, hits that hole hard. So 3rd down and 13 for the Eagles.
Who haven't been afraid to throw the ball tonight. So.
No, both teams have feel comfortable putting it in their quarterback's hands. Man in motion. Fakes it. There he goes. He's off. And runs through a tackle, enough for a first down. Great effort by Santola.
Big first down.
Big first down.
I mean, that was a 15-yard run on 3rd and long just to get it. Hard finish as well.
3rd and 13. Eagles trying to keep their streak so far this game alive. Points every possession. getting their formation, check the sideline, get the play. We got 2 wide on either side of the field. Steps back, goes to throw, knocked away by 53. Sheldon Melton for Central.
Yeah, that was just a slant route by the wide receiver, which is just a rocket step or just a one-step drop for the quarterback. He fired the ball, and it got tipped almost right into the second receiver there on that side. You know, their best play tonight, Springstead's had a lot of positive things for him, but their best play has been the dive to number 4, Owen Andrus. I wonder if they'll go back to it.
Yeah, that's netted him really good yards. Flip out to number 11. And that's Chirella again. He had that receiving touchdown in the first quarter. It was brought down by number 40, Clint Huggins, by the Bears. So
yeah, Huggins is playing both ways. He's playing linebacker and he's playing fullback, and he's just a young fella. So coach over there's got to feel pretty good about that young individual.
So we got a 3rd and 8 here. Ball on the 46-yard line, 47-yard line. Fakes it, tosses it out wide. There's Andrus again. Great speed down the sideline, and he is finally dragged out of bounds after a really good gain.
You know,
20-yard or so.
That was
licked. Sorry.
But Owen Andrus did do the fake, and the quarterback made a good read to pull it and keep it, and then he pitched it late. A lot of things going on in that.
A lot of things going on. Really putting the decision in your quarterback's hands there, letting him decide what he sees and what's going to be the best way to go. And when he makes decisions like that, it's easy for a coach.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, it's unselfish too, because he had a couple yards already before he pitched it. Ooh, we got first down inside the 30-yard line here.
Yeah, it looks like we're on the 25. Steps back, airs it out, and he's got a touchdown. He does find his receiver.
That's 88.
Springstead touchdown.
Looks like that was 88, Gilbert on the touchdown.
Yeah, Gilbert was one of his favorite targets early in the season, and they're trying to get back to him. He's a speedster that has great height, great jumping abilities, and that ball was again on the money.
Yeah, that was a nice pass, really nice pass, and there was really nobody around him in the end zone either. He's able to turn around, find it, and just make sure his hands go on it. Here's the extra point, and this one's good. Owen Andrus again on the extra point.
Number 88, Gilbert.
So we're going to take a break. We'll be right back after this.
Preparing for that next step in life isn't always easy. At Legacy Wealth Partners, our combination of experience, professionalism, and access to a wide variety of products and services to help meet all of your financial goals. For a new level of attention, insight, and capability, contact the trusted team at Legacy Wealth Partners.
Welcome back, sports fans. Eagles take a commanding 27-0 lead here with 9:07 left in the first half. Make sure you stick with us at halftime. We'll have our Senior Spotlight segment featuring interviews, highlights, and insights. Tonight's Senior Spotlight is Cross Lick for the Eagles. He's had a good first half, too. Touched the ball a few times. Here's the kickoff. It was number 55, Chansey. And a yard or two.
Yeah, 15 on the return there for the Bearcats.
Sebastian Valero Estevez.
He's a freshman on the special teams. I'm telling you, Coach Pusateri, he's got to be excited about some of these young fellows coming up for his program.
Yeah, this year seems like it's going to be a tough one for him.
Well, they're 0-7,
Mhm.
and you're playing underclassmen. But if they stick with it and learn from it, these are some pretty valuable reps that they're going to be having.
A couple of years they'll be playing football the way he wants them to play, and they'll be a force to be reckoned with, I'm sure. You know, just the experience of being on the field, it's nothing like in practice or anything else. Game speed is a whole different animal.
Absolutely.
And if you can get as many reps as some of these freshmen are getting, swings
Uh-oh,
it out
backwards
wide.
pass. He's going to double throw it.
Looks like it was a double pass, but number 8, Aiden, on the tackle, read it nice. So Spears tossed it out to Simmons. Simmons was looking for somebody out deep, couldn't find anybody, and by the time it was time to pull it down, he was getting swallowed up by that Eagles defense.
Yeah, number 15 for the Bearcats was open, but when you're running for your life, it's hard to decipher who's open and how to set your feet
Yeah,
and
get
step
yourself in a
throw.
position.
And
Yeah, right.
the worst thing you would want to do right now is throw a turnover. So
Live to fight another day here.
when Simmons has some good speed, if he can just
If he was able
get
to
a
break
little
that
space.
tackle, maybe get back to the line of scrimmage or something, but that was a developing play, kind of set him back about 7-8 yards here. Ooh.
Wow.
Huggins on the carry gets swallowed up. Number
Yeah.
39.
39 came in full line. Oh, I think it's 33.
33, my apologies. Yadiel Vasquez Benitez,
Yeah, Benitez
senior.
Yeah, he came in hot and heavy.
He read that play early and shut it down in the backfield, which is another tackle for loss. Not what the Bears needed right here.
Well, they're lucky they didn't fumble it because the fullback barely got the ball. Did a nice job holding on to it.
They're down in 24.
3rd and 24 here from their own 20-yard line.
Passing
Spears back
situation.
with it, scrambling a little bit, looking for somewhere to go, and he is tackled again, but there is a flag. It looks like it was maybe unnecessary roughness. I don't know if he's going to get a face mask call on it. It was hard for me to tell, but definitely a flag, maybe an automatic first down. Let's see how many. Yeah, he
Face mask on the defense.
Face mask.
face mask on the defense. There's no automatic first downs, but they will scoot him forward, about 15 yards here. Pretty close to the original line of scrimmage, and we're going to replay 3rd down, so
Ball is placed.
a little bit of life here for the Bears.
Remaining 3rd down. 3rd and 12 for the Bears.
3rd and 12, a bit more manageable than 3rd and 22.
Well, that's Springstead Eagles front. They are hungry, and they're flying to the ball, and they're making the quarterback run for his life, and they're just not letting him get comfortable back there. I'm sure Coach Garofano enjoys that.
Yeah, when you just let your big men up front, you don't have to blitz. You can put everybody else back in coverage, especially it looks like they're putting it in Spears' hands and letting him throw it.
They moved it 5 more yards.
Yeah, originally they marked off 10, but then they marked off another 5 for the 15-yard face mask penalty.
5-yard line.
So
Brings up 3rd and 7
3rd and 7 now.
from the 46. Check 44.
Simmons in motion. Spears has it. Throws. Intercepted. Number 14. And he's going to take it to the house. That's Adonis Houston,
Thomas Houston of the Eagles goes all the way
senior.
to the end zone. That's a Springstead
Pick
Eagle
sixes are one of the most exciting
touchdown.
plays of the game. Houston found himself reading the eyes, stepping in front of the receiver, taking it almost 50 yards for the pick six.
So the momentum clearly on Springstead's side at this point. Pretty much able to score on both sides of the ball now. 6:48 left in the first half. So this extra point, it'll be 30.
It looks like Central's trying to block it. They got everyone on the line.
A little high. And he was able to get it through, though. That was a high snap. Good job by the holder, able to get that ball down. Number 2, Roman Stratt.
Yeah, Roman, that ball was way above his eyes. The snapper did a great job getting it back with some force, too. So he caught that ball, set it down, and Owen Andrus knuckled it through.
Knuckled it through. It's a good way to put it, but it still counts. It doesn't matter how pretty it is. Let's check out that Legacy Wealth Partners regional scoreboard. Welcome back, sports fans. So, Eagles dominating this first half here. 35, 36. I think
it's 34.
I got a light pole
34.
right in my way. 34 to nothing. 6:48 left in the first half. After the pick 6, Owen Andrus lines up. Looks like they're going to try and pin the Bears back deep. And this one is going to be returnable. At least it looked like it was. And it is. Dies right on the 1-yard line.
Wow.
That Spears, the quarterback, on the return. He was able to get a couple.
You know, that was a great decision because they knew if it touches that line, the end zone, they get the ball on the 20-yard line and we're okay. But it died, like you said, just inside the 1. But I do believe they're going to get bailed out right here by another face mask call.
So one thing if they're going to work on at halftime is just clean up these unnecessary penalties. You know, unforced, unnecessary penalties. You're not helping yourself out.
Yeah, absolutely. You got some young players coming in. I see some freshmen log into the game for the Springstead Eagles on the D-line.
The snap, Spears hands it off. Looks like number 7, Chansey, on the run. Who's the lone man in the backfield there on that play. So he got maybe a half a yard, maybe a yard, something like that. 2nd and 9.
Chansey is one of those 7 seniors for the Bears.
2nd and 6, I apologize. He did get a couple more than 1 or 2. So Chansey back there behind Spears and shotgun. Hands it off to him again. Nice hole. Good stiff arm, but he is finally brought down.
It looks like a first down.
Number 1, Gargillo, brings him down.
Those are 2 great runs back to back, and it looks like number 4 moved from slot receiver out to the wide receiver. So the Bearcats are getting a different look on offense in this late second quarter.
And they're able to generate enough yards for a first down, so 1st and 10 from about the 20, and hands it off to him again, but will not go anywhere. Number 46 on the tackle.
That's the freshman. Number 46, that's the freshman. Sneaking in on this varsity night for a tackle for loss.
Ball is placed on the 16-yard line. Brings up 2nd and 13 for the Bears.
2nd and 13. 5 minutes left in the first half. We hope you're enjoying tonight's broadcast. Go ahead and give us a like and hit subscribe. We appreciate your viewership and support. Hands off, number 25. Tries to shake a tackler. Able to get back to the line of scrimmage. Amirian Davis, freshman on the carry.
Tackle behind the line
He actually has a 40-yard reception on the season, which is one of the longest receptions for the Bears.
Out of that tight end position.
Yeah.
We're going to take a commercial break because there's a water break on the field. Hope you're enjoying it. We'll be right back.
Certainly, I'm an avid golfer. Golf usually weekly. Play a lot with my wife.
With the repetitive motion, as you know, with a lot of golfers, it's an unnatural motion that you put your body through.
After suffering for years with shoulder pain, Mike chose stem cell therapy as an alternative to surgery.
I'm just excited because patients that have been in pain for years that are now doing the things that they want to do. And Mike's just going to be adding to that list.
Call Aligned Integrative Medicine for exam and x-rays to see if you qualify for stem cell treatment.
Welcome back, sports fans. Alongside Dave Barrett, I'm Derek Smith.
As play resumes,
Here to bring you the call on tonight's game.
on the 16-yard line.
So it is 3rd down and 14 for the Bears. Got a late lineman checking in for the Eagles. There's the ball. Spears has it, surveys it around, tucks it, now throws it, and just off the hands of Simmons. Even if he pulls it in, it's not going to be enough for a first down there.
Well, and if you're Central, you really wanted a first down just to keep the ball away from Springstead's offense. They have been explosive tonight. But we will see the punt team out and the punt return set up.
Looks like Gargillo, and Gargillo's back deep for the Eagles. And nearly blocked as this punt kind of floats around the 30-yard line, takes an Eagles bounce, and it is finally down at the 24-yard line. So
that was my man Madden sneaking in there for the punt. I
of course
believe
it was.
He did touch that ball because it took a funky roll.
Looks like that was Matthew Boynton on the punt, freshman.
A lot of freshmen and sophomores on this Bears team, and
I think it's going to pay dividends here in a couple of years for them.
Yeah, and coach has got to get him in the weight room, and I'm sure he'll do that.
Eagles with the ball, hands off, number 7.
A lot of grass.
Great blocks out in front. He'll take it to the house.
That was such a patient run.
Just let the blocks form in front of him, followed where they were, bunch of daylight, bunch of green grass, took it right to the house. One play, another 6 points for Springstead. So that'll be 40-0 here.
Hey, let's take a quick commercial, Derek. We have a lot of supporters. Let's go ahead and check them out.
Andrews lined up for the extra point.
Well, let's check out this extra point here. It is up, and it's good.
Good.
So 41.
Central Bears yet to score. Springstead Eagles 41.
So make sure you stick with us at halftime. I know we've said it before, but don't go anywhere. We got a senior spotlight, cross the light, blicked. And his family were kind enough to take some time, talk about his journey here to senior year. Springstead Eagles having a great season.
Yeah, Cross is a special kid. He's got a bright future no matter what he does, whether it's football or just life in general. He's a special kid, so he'll do great things down the road. Number 55 checks back in for the kick. He's got
Curtis Chansey here.
Curtis Chansey on the kickoff for the Eagles. Keyshawn Simmons, Evan Spears back.
And Spears and Evans back for the Bears. And it's a little pooch kick. And it is
Yeah,
wisely smothered by Peyton Chansey, senior. He's seen that before. He knew exactly what to do when that ball came to him.
Get down, cover the ball, keep possession.
Great field position for the Bears to start this drive. They did have that one drive, but they were able to move the ball pretty well, get themselves over into Eagles territory.
Well, and the quarterbacks made some good throws. Chansey showed some life in this last at tailback. So we'll see what they put together here on potentially the last drive. We'll see.
Got right at 4 minutes left in this first half.
Simmons back at the wide receiver spot.
Spears awaiting it from the shotgun position. Hands off. Chansey.
That ball almost came out right at the quarterback exchange. Chansey did a nice job of reaching and securing the ball. And that's tough to do when you have 3 or 4 Eagles hanging on you.
Yeah, he was able to secure it, didn't turn it over, got back to more or less the original line of scrimmage, so it'll be 2nd and 10 here. And they got Spears in the shotgun. Looks like Huggins to his right and Chansey behind him. Huggins blocking. Chansey gets the ball. It looks like the ball was out. Let's see who got it. Eagles think they do, but that doesn't matter much. Let's see what the white hat has to say about it.
Confirmed.
And confirmed. They were right. Able to strip the ball out of there and pick it up in the melee.
Yeah.
That was Chansey with the ball. Put it on the ground there. You had Huggins as his lead blocker out in front. And if he was able to kind of scoot through that line of scrimmage, that mess, he had a little bit of daylight in front of him. He maybe had enough for a first down there, but Eagles able to reach in and pull it loose. 3:05 left in the first half. Eagles with the ball again in Bears territory, pretty much where they've lived all half so far.
See some new faces out there.
Yeah, I do too.
Some younger linemen up front. A new fullback.
Looks like number 12, Tyree Davis, checking in as quarterback behind center.
Freshman.
Hands off. Number 20. Good tackle there in the open field by number 24, Adam Kane.
Yeah, Springstead has some young, talented players as well. Tyree's one of those. He runs the veer exceptionally well, which that's what that play was there. Quarterback just reads the defensive end, decides whether or not to give it to the fullback.
Play again, right up the middle. Basically able to do whatever they want to do here.
Well, the young fellas coming in, they're trying to make the most of their time. And number 30 just hit that hole again and took a big first down.
I don't have numbers, unfortunately, for a lot of the underclassmen here on my roster, so we're just going to call them by numbers, and we'll try to get that cleared up at halftime. And stick with us at halftime, too, for the Senior Spotlight. Legacy Wealth Partners Regional Scoreboard. That ball kind of loose a little bit there. Davis able to pick it up and keep the possession.
Well, they can't get a first down without scoring here.
Yeah, the line to gain, it looks like it's about the 3 or so.
Yeah.
And they're out here at about the 12, 13 yard line. 2nd down and 10, we'll call it. Davis behind center still. Swings it out wide. It's number 11, I think. That's Chirella for the Eagles. Got some positive yards, about 4 or 5 there. It looks like it'll be about the 5 yard line.
Jaden Morning for the Bears. He's a sophomore, number 10, in on the tackle, strung it all the way to the sideline. making him being there right there for the cutback tackle. 56 seconds to go, Derek, till halftime.
Everybody in tight here for the Eagles. They hand it off right up the middle, and looks like he's down right before.
He's
like
down,
number 30 again.
But it's going to be a first down, it appears.
Yep, first down from about the 1 or 2 yard line, 33 and counting left in the first half. They're going to try and get this play off, see if they can get a couple more points before all said and done. Time has been called, however.
Oh, they're calling it a fourth down play.
No, they're saying it's fourth. You're right, Dave. Fourth down marker up, and they're going to go for it.
This is 1st and 10 for the Eagles.
Just kidding, guys. 1st and 10, but it doesn't matter because that's a touchdown.
Yeah.
Yeah, and number 30, they pretty much just put the ball in his gut and let the offensive line do what they do, make the holes, and a couple of good runs there and able to punch it into the end zone.
Yes, he did. Yeah, that's number 30. He ran 4 really strong runs on that drive and left the Bears with 15 little seconds to go.
Nothing fancy either on those runs. Just up the middle, wait for the hole, and explode through it.
And he kept his legs running, though, because he carried some people with him.
Cross-linked on the hole, the kick is good.
And Andrus punches that one through for the extra point.
That's his 6th PAT, 6 for 7 tonight. Let's take a quick commercial break, Derek.
My name is Tom Roselli. I served in the U.S. Navy 65 to 69. Through all the turmoil and stress battling with the VA, I've come to learn that certain organizations have their hands tied and can only proceed so far, whereas Attorney Chris Chambers has the experience and the ability to dig into the files and get the results that got me my 100%. Tremendous job in helping veterans.
All right, looks like we're back with the last kickoff of the first half.
You would think 15.1 seconds left. 48-0 Springstead over Central.
And they got Andrus back, so they're going to try to get the ball high and deep.
See if he can keep it out of the end zone. It's a real skill to be able to kick it high and deep, but not all the way in.
There it is, high into the 10-yard line.
It's going to get fielded around the 11-yard line. That's Simmons on the return. Good return, too. Looks like they'll get the ball around the 25-yard line with 8 seconds left. So maybe a couple of deep shots or something. They're really comfortable putting the ball in Spears' hands. At least they were in the beginning of the half. So maybe they do that again here for the last play. Maybe 2. They're able to get it off quickly, but
Ball is resting on the 25-yard line. 8 seconds to go in the half. 1st and 10 for the Bears.
so the Bears will start from their own 25, 1st and 10. And we got 4 out wide, 2 on each side. And running back behind Spears, Chansey's there. And fields the ball, drops back, makes one man miss. Jukes a little bit, gets about 4 yards, and I think that'll do it for the first half. Stick with us, though. We're going to hand things off now to our broadcast engineer, Will Wilkie, to take you through all of our halftime content, including the Senior Spotlight and the Legacy Wealth Partners Regional Scoreboard. Take it away, Will.
Thank you, Derek and Dave. Great job on the call tonight. We'll bring them back for the second half. We'd also like to thank Wild Bill Lizer working the camera for us tonight. I'm Will Wilkie, working as the broadcast engineer duties, and I'll be your host for our halftime coverage here on the Gulf Coast Sports Network. We're going to get things started. We'll take a quick break, but then be right back. We've got the Senior Spotlight for Springstead running back Cross Licht. You don't want to miss this one. This kid has big dreams and had to overcome some adversity to get to where he is now and to where he wants to be. It's a fantastic story. You don't want to miss it. And then we'll also check in with the Legacy Wealth Partners Regional Scoreboard, All that coming up during the Gulf Coast Sports Network halftime coverage. We'll take a quick break and be back right after this.
For the past 5 years, I haven't ran because I just believed that my body was on the decline, that the pain that I was experiencing was not tolerable enough for me to go out and run. And it's one of the main reasons why I retired from the NFL, wanting to be able to run and play with my kids. And the day that he adjusted me, I felt that relief, and I felt like I could actually put on my cleats again.
Started playing football at 5 years old. As soon as he could walk, the first thing he went and grabbed was a football. We knew right there that football was his deal. I tried baseball, I tried soccer, but football is where he went at 5 years old. So he played a lot of flag up until then. Up until about 5th grade was the first time he put a helmet and pads on.
Basically, I started when I was 5. I started with flag football because my parents were a little nervous when it came to the contact for tackle football. But I played until I was in 5th grade, and then I finally got the pads on and started hitting people. My first hitting drill, I got put on my butt.
Well, when he first started, as a mom, I was very worried, seeing your son take some hits, and he was undersized, so especially knowing that he was undersized, taking those hits, I was always nervous, but I knew his dad was training him well. He always worked hard, never gave up, didn't let his size really play a factor. And my nerves started settling once I started seeing he was okay. And I think because of his size, for some reason he would always weasel out from underneath those piles. And he was always okay. I think he was able to slip through the cracks there.
And then I moved on to middle school, so 6th grade. And I didn't play much in middle school. I was severely undersized. I'd be, for example, 4'11", and the next shortest kid would be 5'2". So the gap in between me and the other kids was significant. So I didn't really play much in middle school, and that really got to me.
Because as mom, I didn't push the athletics as much as dad, but what I had to do was, sometimes dry the tears. Because he had so much adversity in the beginning, he was very undersized, and sometimes I say to myself, what am I doing as a mom? Putting my kid out there. A lot of people didn't believe in him, didn't give him the chance. They would look at him and wouldn't even practically put him on a sideline. But he persevered through all that, and I would tell him, hard work pays off, even when he would say to me, when is it going to pay off? And I would say, in time it will.
Youth and, middle school years were very tough, when it comes to my size. I never played that much. I always sat the bench, and as somebody with, college football dreams, that's going to get to you. And that did get to me. I would go home after games and cry in the shower because I was, I would always ask myself, why am I so small? And, seeing me then to now and seeing all my accomplishments that I'm achieving now as a senior in high school, it really, it's unbelievable.
Cross has made an amazing transformation, from freshman year till now. He might have weighed low 100s his freshman year. He was really a small kid, really undersized, late developer, late bloomer, and he's really built himself into what he is now. I mean, he works hard. He works out hard in season as well as out of season. He's nonstop. Very reliable, dependable, and he's like what Springstead football is all about. We need guys like him, and hopefully these young guys that are coming up, we got a really good freshman class. Hopefully they emulate, the things that Cross is doing on and off the field.
But once I got to high school, I started, living in the weight room a little bit more, eating right, all that good stuff, and I hit a huge growth spurt between my sophomore and junior year, and from there I also was just continuing with the weights, and now I'm 5'10", 155, and I feel good.
Cross views weightlifting as his own challenge in itself. He competes. He's got competition running through his blood, I think. So with weightlifting, he works on the off season on particular lifts, so that when regions and states come, that he's competing for a podium spot. So yeah, he works hard at weightlifting, just for weightlifting for those certain lifts that come with weightlifting, just so that he can compete and be possibly on a podium at state time.
You know, he also does boys weightlifting. He's looking at trying to be a state competitor this year at his weight class. He's around the 154 weight class, and he's really, even as we're in football season, he's been training pretty heavily to try and maintain where he's at, or even get better, so we could get towards the state, to the state meet. You know, so if he puts his mind to something, he sets his mind to something, he really has that. He focuses on it. He has that goal, and he's going to do everything he can to achieve that goal. So, and really, the weightlifting and how strong he's gotten has helped him, tremendously on the field. And he's transformed himself and is such a great player for us that we look forward to him representing Springstead on to the next level.
I started competitive weightlifting freshman year because Coach Garofano just was like, hey, we need a guy in 119. Again, very low weight class, but I was like, you know what, I'll do it. I wasn't very serious when it came to lifting weights at the time. I was just kind of doing him a favor. But I actually really liked it, doing it competitively, because I realized I was actually not too bad at it. So I skipped sophomore year, but then junior year I came back to it because I just liked lifting weights and seeing physical changes to my body and seeing, me putting up better numbers every week. So I decided to do it again for my junior year. And I actually thought I was going to do not too well, but turns out I was actually pretty good at it. So now I'm really, really serious about it, and I'm hoping to make it to states this year.
Cross has always done very well academically. I'm a teacher myself, so he knows that I don't play when it comes to grades. Like any other teenager, doing homework may be a challenge sometimes, so I'll say to him, hey, did you get your homework done or whatever, because I will contact a teacher pretty quickly. But his grades, he's always had a 4.0 or higher. Anytime he sees a grade starting to slip, I really don't even have to say anything to him. He'll come home right away and say, I know, Mom, I'm on it. You don't even have to say anything to me, because I check grades pretty much on a daily basis. So I do think that he knows that grades are important, because, athletics is not all there is. He needs the academic portion of it to be successful as well. So he's always been on honor rolls and principals list and all of that his entire life. He's never had any disciplines, so I can say that's a big deal for a teenager. Never been written up once in his life. He's a model student.
He's always had a goal of being a student college athlete. Since he was little, he's always wanted to play football in a college. Division I, Division II, Division III, whatever it may be, but he knew that his studies really, really mattered to get to those goals and dreams.
Well, what it takes to be a great student is being able to manage your time, especially when you're a student athlete, because you have not only school, but you have extracurricular activities, like for me, football and weightlifting. So managing time is definitely probably the biggest aspect when it comes to that. And not only that, just when it comes to school, paying attention. Just pay attention, and you'll be able to get through and make good enough grades. And so just be respectful, pay attention, and just come to work.
Cross is, since for years he's been saying he's been wanting to get into the medical field, either surgeon on ACLs, knees, sports medicine. I think he's gone ahead and made the decision to be a physician's assistant. So he is going to probably major in biology or chemistry, and then further his education at physician assistant school.
Well, of course, I want to, it's been my lifelong dream to, be a collegiate student athlete. So I obviously want to play ball in college. But then, aside from playing ball, I also want to major in biology, because I want to get into the medical field, more specifically a physician's assistant or a chiropractor, or maybe even a surgeon. I'll figure that out as I go. But yeah, I really like biology. I like science and all that good stuff.
Across the senior season to me is really bittersweet. To see where he came from, he has almost dreamed of being the lead back, wearing number 3, at his mother and father's alumni at Springstead. And it's here, right before every game, I tell Cross to, when he's coming on the field, take a breath, take a look at the crowd, take it all in. I'm sure I'm going to have a tear or two, especially on senior night. As a father, I'm so proud, but I'm going to be sad.
When I stand in those stands every Friday night, I don't sit, I stand, and I just take it all in myself, because this is what we wanted, this is what he wanted, and we just supported him to get there. So every game makes me a little bit sadder, because I know it's one more game closer to the last. So it's
funny, I remember 2 years ago as a sophomore, he was kind of a JV pull-up at the end of the season, and he had 2 carries against Central, and both of them were touchdowns, at the end of the game, kind of in mop-up time. And so you knew he was going to be special, and he's got a bright future ahead of him, and he's really helped us out tremendously through this year.
My last game, it'd be very bittersweet. The good would be, new journeys ahead of me and, new goals to accomplish. But, obviously I'd be very upset because, Springstead's been my home for the last 4 years. I love the coaching staff and my teammates, and that being the last game that I played with that crew, very emotional, because, they've been my family for the past 4 years. Well, I'd like to thank, specifically Coach Garofano. He's the one who's really taken me in and, treated me almost like his own kid when it comes to, football aspect and school aspect. Coach Hines, definitely, he's the one who really sparked the beginning of my recruiting. Coach Kupchak, he's the athletic director. He does a really good job at that. He gets us, new lights and stuff for light shows and stuff, and all the coaches really, all the coaches, play a really big role, their own role that really makes everything come together. So without all of our coaches, it wouldn't be the same. And then I would also, like to thank my family, because they were the biggest support crew for me. If it wasn't for them, I probably would have quit, during my middle school years. But, they were always the one that were saying to me, hey, keep going, your hard work will pay off and stuff like that. And obviously it's paying off. I do like to sing. Nobody knows this, not even my parents know this, but I do like to sing, when I'm by myself, and I actually think I'm pretty good at it, and a lot of people don't know that.
My name is Tom Roselli. I served in the U.S. Navy 65 to 69. Through all the turmoil and stress battling with the VA, I've come to learn that certain organizations have their hands tied and can only proceed so far, whereas Attorney Chris Chambers has the experience and the ability to dig into the files and get the results that got me my 100%. Tremendous job in helping veterans.
For the past 5 years, I haven't ran because I just believed that my body was on the decline, that the pain that I was experiencing was not tolerable enough for me to go out and run. And it's one of the main reasons why I retired from the NFL, wanting to be able to run and play with my kids. And the day that he adjusted me, I felt that relief, and I felt like I could actually put on my cleats again.
I was fortunate enough to be able to work with Divinity on a custom skincare regimen the year leading up to my wedding. It included a series of in-office treatments, microneedling, PRP, hydrofacials, and an at-home skincare regimen. So I had no worries the day of my wedding. My skin was perfect.
Preparing for that next step in life isn't always easy. At Legacy Wealth Partners, our combination of experience, professionalism, and access to a wide variety of products and services to help meet all of your financial goals. For a new level of attention, insight, and capability, contact the trusted team at Legacy Wealth Partners. We hope you enjoyed tonight's halftime coverage here on the Gulf Coast Sports Network. As a reminder, our senior spotlight featuring Cross Lick can be found on our special events section of our channel. So go ahead and check that out. You can go directly to that video. He's an impressive young man, so you don't want to miss that. And as we get ready for the second half, we're going to kick things back up to the booth to Derek and Dave. Boys, take it away.
And is currently captain of our varsity soccer team. In his spare time, he's
Senior spotlight segment.
You know, I think the secret's out. Cross Lick likes just seeing when no one else is around, so I'm excited for that to get out. I bet he's as good as he says he is.
Why would you doubt him?
Never doubt him. Yeah, but an absolute great segment here on a homecoming evening.
Yeah, we're finishing up homecoming festivities here, introducing the court and everybody.
Yeah, the student body's pretty excited tonight. A lot of energy in the crowd.
A lot of energy. It helps when you're the home team and you put up 48 in the first half, too.
Yeah, the energy was on the field. Now it's in the stands. I'm sure it goes back into the field in the second half.
Couple things to clean up if you had to name them for Springstead. I mean, they did have a good first half. They put up 48 points, but you're at halftime. What are the things you think they could clean up a little bit?
Yeah, so Springstead just had a little bit of laundry. That's, you know, maybe it's the young guys that are sneaking in there, but that would be the biggest point of clarification would just be, you know, the holds, the face mask calls, you know, but not to be too picky. I mean, it's Central's got their work cut out for them in the second half. They're going to try to move the ball a little bit, take advantage of some of these younger players. But then again, you know, these younger guys are going to be the same age, so I'm, you know, looking for a more competitive second half.
Yeah, they did. They were able to kind of change it up a little bit. Originally in the game, they were giving it to the fullback Huggins, kind of change of pace. They did put the ball in Spears' hands a lot, though. He threw a bunch of passes in that first half, but kind of later in the half, they were giving it to Chauncey, the running back, and he had some decent success too. He
had the late fumble. Yeah. He had the late fumble, but he does run hard and he does run well. But Springstead's defensive front made it challenging on him for sure. So if you're the Bearcats, you're probably going to see 7 with the ball again. You're gonna have to give Evans an opportunity to throw the ball down deep and see if Simmons can get open.
But the Eagles have done a good job of pretty much just getting a couple guys on Simmons when he goes out into routes. You can do that when your front 4 or 5 are putting as much pressure on them as they are too.
They are definitely that pressure is strong, you know. So Springstead's defense and Springstead's offense has been all over the place. They're doing great things. I'm expecting, like I said, a more competitive second half. They have the same people deep. Central does. Number 4 and number 5.
Simmons and Spears back there, respectively. Looks like we got big number 55, Curtis Chansey, kick it off here.
You know, his kicks don't go as far, but they are tough to field.
They have not been fielded cleanly, I don't think, once yet, and that'll give the Eagles an opportunity if they're on it. There's another one.
I think he had a whistle.
Flag, probably it's got to be offsides.
Yeah, the big fella chopped his feet a couple times extra right before the kick, and someone just stepped offsides. An easy thing to do when you're running. But they're going to give him another chance, back him up 5 yard, let him re-kick.
No, keep Chansey out there. You know, with the extra 5 yards, maybe you consider bringing Andrus in. He's got that big leg. He can just unload on it and maybe keep it out of the end zone.
Again, yeah, that would be pretty impressive. 5 more yards.
Curtis Chansey set the kickoff for the Eagles.
Oh, good
little
kick.
toe poke out here. Number 7, Chansey gets it. And gets about 5 or 6 on the return.
Yeah, it looked like he had a little lane, but again, Springstead just so quick to closing up those lanes tonight. Clean catch by Chansey. Get your 5 yards. Let's give that offense an opportunity to move the ball to start the second half.
So they'll start on their 45-yard line. 1st and 10 here. 11:53 left in the third quarter as it's just getting underway. This will be the first play from scrimmage. Spears in the shotgun. Chansey behind him. And looks like there was a little confusion there, but he does get loose. Makes a couple of guys miss, but he's finally brought down about the 47-yard line. That was a broken play that Spears was able to turn into some positive yards there on 1st down, make this 2nd and 6, 2nd and 7 maybe. A little easier to manage than some of the down and distance they've been in this game.
Yeah, that's a heads-up play by Spears just to not quit, change directions, found some grass.
By rule, the clock will not stop for the remainder of tonight's contest. Thank you.
So they got Simmons on the near side. 2 men behind Spears. Hands off to Chauncey again. And he's back to about the line of scrimmage. So this will bring up 3rd and 7 here.
Well, 3rd down, 7 to go. I'm looking for your screens. I'm looking for a downfield pass to maybe 4, maybe 11. You know, I expect them to try to get the ball in the air. Let's see if they do so.
Simmons on the near side. Chansey behind Spears, and the shotgun steps back, looks for his man, and it is picked by number 1 Gargulo. I think that's Gargulo's been all over the field in the secondary. He's also their punt returner. And that's a turnover.
Yeah,
it's like they are going to be about on the 40, their own 47.
Yeah, number one, Gargillo, he was there. He's actually been there all night. He hasn't given any receivers any room to get open, and he reads the quarterback's eyes exceptionally well. He's a good defensive player for the Eagles.
Looks like Trey Davis still in behind center. Man in motion. Handed off to the running back. It's like number 24.
34, I believe.
30 for Craig Corbett, the junior. Got some positive yards, though. It'll be 2nd down and 3. 48-0 Springstead with 8:15 left in the third quarter. After the turnover, Eagles take it. The freshman behind center. Hands off again, out to the right side. Lowers his shoulder, number 34. Craig Corbett again.
That's another strong run by Corbett.
Junior running back, moving the chains.
All the way past the 40-yard line. That's the Springstead Eagle. First down.
So first down for Springstead as they are solidly into Bear territory here. Getting the play call in from the sideline. Everybody checking their wristband, make sure everybody's on the same page.
Got a lot of people at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, it's kind of bunched in here.
Ooh.
Davis takes it outside, and he's met by a couple of Bears. Number 5, Spears. I'm sorry. Number 5, Spears. I was right. Defensive back here playing both ways. First one on the hit.
I did see the pulling guard go one way and the quarterback come the other. Little misdirection.
Number 11 in motion, hands off.
Quarterback
Corbett.
keeps it.
Oh, sorry. Such a good misdirection. I was confused even.
Tyree Davis is very good with the ball. He's a magician under there. He does a great job of pulling it last second, and that's how you run the veer. He's exceptional at that as a freshman.
As a freshman too. So getting some game experience here as the freshman, and looks like there's a couple of them out there too. A couple of underclassmen playing here and still having their way. Corbett lined up behind him. Takes it outside, and he gets a couple of yards, maybe enough for a first down. We'll have to see where they mark this one.
That's his 3rd carry.
Craig Corbett, number 34, on the ball carrier.
And he does. They do move the chains. He gets the first down. So Corbett, hard run to the outside.
Springstead Eagles, first down.
And we got a water break here. And we'll check out the Legacy Wealth Partners regional scoreboard. Welcome back, sports fans. 1st and 10 for the Eagles on the move. On the 26-yard line of the Bears. Davis takes it out wide, and he is met by a number of Bears out there, led in pursuit by 52, Chris Robinson.
The sophomore defensive end did a nice job of keeping contained for the Bears.
So loss on the play. Be second down and 11 or 12 here. Davis still behind center, takes it himself, flips it out wide. Dangerous play.
That was a strong pitch. Hit him pretty much in the face mask.
Looks like that was Aiden Lusakaris.
Strong pitch. Sometimes those are not easy to field.
Hey, the quarterback is Tyree Davis.
Mm-hmm.
I have an old roster. Yeah. Come here for a second. Write his name down. Thank you. You see any other errors there? Write those down too. No problem. Appreciate it.
All right, here we go.
So the ball's on the near hash. 2 receivers out wide. Fullback and running back behind him. Running back gets it.
It's Corbett
again.
They like that young man.
Why not? He's every time he touches the ball, it seems like he's getting positive yards, Dave.
5 yards, 5 yards, 5 yards, 10 yards.
Nothing wrong with that. Keep those chains moving.
That will go to first down yardage. Brings up 4th down and less than a yard.
So 4th and very short here. And looks like the offensive unit's still on the field for the Eagles. Bears trying to tighten up here. Get a turnover on downs and try to make something happen. At least keep them out of the end zone.
The Bears with the blitz.
Corbett, looks like the ball got loose, though. Bears think they have it.
The Bears sent 2 guys through the A gap and caused the potential turnover. I believe it is, yes.
Yeah.
Signaled. Official.
If he hangs on to it, it looks like he had enough for the first down. But great job by the Bears creating a turnover when they really needed it here. About 3 minutes left in the third.
We hope you're enjoying tonight's broadcast. Go ahead and toss us a like and hit subscribe. We appreciate your viewership and your support. 2:45 left to go in this third quarter. Ooh.
Spears' pass is a little short. Trying to get it to Malachi Russell, junior wide receiver.
Yeah, number 48 for the Eagles did a nice job of grabbing that ball just in case that's how you're taught. Jump on that ball.
Pastrana over there, the freshman, playing defensive back. So 2nd and 10 here for Spears and the Bears. Gets it from the shotgun, throws it. Nice pass.
Catch.
Nice catch. It's out to number 14, Malachi Russell. Able to haul it in.
You know, he was in traffic too. Those are not the easiest catches to make. You have to have great concentration on the ball, and you have to be willing to take a lick, which he caught, got his pads down, stayed on his feet. And it'd be a big third down here for him, Derek.
3rd and 3 here. Let's see what they decide to do. They have had success with Chansey running him inside. Takes it from the shotgun. Here comes a blitz, and he just hauls it out wide. Nobody there, and we got a flag, presumably intentional grounding. Didn't quite make it out of bounds, and I didn't see any white jerseys nearby.
Yeah, there was no white jerseys. It's tough to set your feet and throw when somebody's on your hips, but I believe that's the rule.
It was kind of a delayed blitz there, it almost looked like, from the Eagles. Showed one thing, came up a couple of linebackers, and Spears had nowhere to go.
Well, it can't be intentional grounding if they're moving it this direction.
Nope.
I think. Okay. Now we're getting it right. All right.
There's the signal for it, officially intentional grounding. And that's a loss of downs, too, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah, now it's 4th down.
4th and 13 deep in their own zone, and they call a timeout here. It's probably a wise move on the Bears' part. So
16 seconds.
We'll take 1-2, and we'll be right back after this.
16 seconds.
Yeah.
That's all we got left in the third.
Yeah.
Navy SEAL veteran and endurance athlete Don Mann pushed his body to the limit and tried regenerative medicine when all other options failed.
It's unbelievable. I just assumed I was going to be in pain forever. And I've been in pain since the 80s. Now I'm running and riding a bicycle faster than I have in 7 years. Even my vision is better. I'm 100% pain-free right now. And I don't take any medications.
Call Aligned Integrative Medicine for exam and x-rays to see if you qualify for regenerative treatment.
Welcome back, sports fans. 13 seconds left here in the third quarter. Spears airing it out on 4th down, acting almost like a punt. And that is intercepted. Probably best he knocks that ball down, as they had much better field position. But that's number 88.
23. That was the youngster, 23. Chris Lett. Who's jumped up there and grabbed that ball.
And like that, third quarter ends. And we'll take a break. We'll be right back after this.
My name is Tom Roselli. I served in the U.S. Navy 65 to 69. Through all the turmoil and stress battling with the VA, I've come to learn that certain organizations have their hands tied and can only proceed so far, whereas Attorney Chris Chambers has the experience and the ability to dig into the files and get the results that got me my 100%. Tremendous job in helping veterans.
Welcome back, sports fans, as we start the fourth quarter here. 48-0's your score. Central did a good job keeping the Eagles out of the end zone in that third quarter, as Trey Davis tries to take it around the edge, and he's met quickly by some Bears.
You know, that was Chansey, number 7, the senior, who's played a big game tonight. He came backside and nearly knocked that ball loose.
Third place, competition cheerleaders for Springstead High School.
But we got 2nd down and 7 here. Davis behind center. Hands off. Number 20's got some daylight. Makes a man miss. Great block out there by his wide receiver. Finally brought down by number 10, Jaden Mourning.
Got a little flag at the end of the run.
So, yeah, flag at the end there. Wonder what that's going to be.
Running back takes the ball on the left side of the formation. Flag on the play. Yep.
They're coming back. Must have been a holding call.
On the Eagles.
He had a big hole right at the beginning.
Yeah, that probably explains it.
Yeah, well, he ran with his eyes like, you know, Coach Garfano's running backs do a great job of being patient and not overrunning their blocks, which, you know, you're going to need those guys at the second and the third level.
Yeah, he got some great blocks out there. I wonder where the hold was. Obviously in the backfield here.
Well, the flag came at the end of the run near the wide receiver, so perhaps it was there, but it came all the way back.
Yeah.
2nd and 15. Little twin set.
Yeah, offense looking for play call here. 2 wide receivers on the big side of the field. Takes it, hands it off, end around. Gets behind a blocker.
It looks like
it's 25 on the carry. Jaden James, freshman, able to make some people miss, get positive yards. It'll bring up a 3rd and 10.
Makes up the penalty yard. They bring the ball back to the original line of scrimmage. It's 3rd down and 10 at the 50-yard line for the Eagles. Hey, thank you guys. Can I keep this?
So 3rd and 10 with 9:18 left in the game. 48-0 is your score. Springstead over Central. And fakes a handoff. Bunch of daylight. Good speed. 32 laying on the ground. Able to trip him up. Terrell Sherman, the sophomore, got blocked, but had presence of mind just to stick his big paw out there and try to trip up Trey Davis, and he does, but great run by Davis, able to move the chains. Fresh set of downs here. We're about the 31-yard line of the Bears, and the Eagles are on the move.
Yeah, Tyree did a great job. Once he pulled the ball from the fullback, you saw him tuck it and run. There was a pitch option. He did not entertain that at all.
Straight handoff this time up the middle.
Connor McCasio on the carry up the middle of the formation.
You know, a lot of football teams will do a drill where they hold the running back up and the rest of them rip that ball from their arms.
That's what the Bears are trying to do there to number 30, Connor McCasio, the freshman.
Another freshman on the field. I love seeing freshmen on the field.
And they're moving the football too.
Just think in 3 years we'll have them on a senior spotlight.
Yeah, that's right. Handoff outside, number 25, brought down by Chansey.
The senior was not going to be outran on that one.
Jaden James on the carry, number 25, the freshman.
Eagles, first down.
They are able to move the chains, though. It's like the ball's right around the 16-yard line.
We've got 7 minutes and 20 seconds to go in this contest.
Make sure you stick with us right after the game as we announce our Glory Days Player of the Game selection. And that run over to the far side, number 25, Jaden James again on it.
Just past the line of scrimmage, short gain on the play. Bring up 2nd down. Once again, we'd like to thank the Gulf Coast Sports Network for broadcasting tonight's game live on YouTube. Go to Gulf Coast Sports Network on YouTube for all your local sports activities.
All right, Tyree's looking at coach to get the play in.
Bunch of freshmen in skill positions here for the Eagles. Hands off, number 30, Connor McCasio, the freshman.
Yeah, I heard a rumor that this Springstead JV team was undefeated this season. I can't confirm it, I just heard it.
It's the word on the street?
Yes, the word on the street. I'm looking at some of these fellas sneaking into this varsity action. I can see how. Coach Garfano's got to be pretty excited.
For sure. Good team this year. Good talent coming up.
Good time to be an Eagle.
Yeah, that's right. Davis swings it out. Not much going there. Number 7, Aiden Lescasius.
Well, it's 4th down. The field goal does you no good. Keep the young fellas out there. Give the Bears a chance to get a 4 and out on defense. Let's see how this plays out.
Yeah, they got about 8 yards to go here on this 4th down. It's pretty much been on the ground, though. I don't think Davis has attempted a pass yet this game. And they stick with it on the ground. He's able to elude some rushers, but his time is up as takes it back to line of scrimmage and a little extracurricular out there, but I don't see any laundry about it. So a little bit of frustration there on the side, on both sides, really not able to get the fourth down. And the Bears have really done a good job this half, though, of keeping the Eagles out of the end zone.
And their defense came up big there.
Really big. Bend but don't break. Turnover on downs. It'll be first down and 10 for the Bears. So here comes Spears, Simmons, and company with 4:17 left in this contest.
And make sure you stick with us. Right after the game, we'll announce our Glory Days Player of the Game selection. They'll get $20 to Glory Days and a GCSN t-shirt.
Who wouldn't want that?
Yeah, absolutely. A lot of players vying for that.
Spears steps back, throws it over the head of his intended receiver, Simmons. And they had Simmons covered pretty well. They had a safety behind him and DB between him and the quarterback. Spears not able to get it on target. However, it'll bring up second down and 10. 3:30 left.
Now, if you just saw the quarterback for Springstead just checked in on defense playing safety. He's going to get a little double work tonight. Screen.
Spears back under pressure.
Yeah, that was
but
just
there is a flag on the play.
Yeah, when the quarterback backpedals like that, it's usually a quick screen to the running back, a middle screen, so to speak, which that looked like it was intended. I believe they called roughing the passer, which will be a first down.
Yeah, that'll net them enough yards for a first down, so the drive continues here for the Bears. First and 10 from their own 35-yard line.
First and 10.
Well, we've seen sacks, we've seen interceptions, we've seen touchdowns, we've seen receptions. We've seen a lot of players tonight play their hearts out for that coveted player of the game.
Low snap. Spears able to scoop it up, but met very quickly by a pair of Eagle defenders. That was like number 6, Ricky Bowermaster.
That's another freshman coming in tonight.
Now fourth down for the Bears.
An excited freshman.
Feeling good about himself.
Yeah, get a little flex going on after that tackle for loss. All right, here we go. Second down and 11. Quarterback rolls out. Oh, he had his man. Oh, it looked like he caught the ball but could not keep the catch to the ground. And it'll bring up third and about 11. Third down and 11. 1 minute to go in the game. All right, quarterback's rolling, throws it to 25, and Marion Davis with a stiff arm. Ooh, and tackled out of bounds. First down with 30 seconds to go. That may do it for the ball game. If Central wants to, they can run another play with 20 seconds to go. Looks like they're lining up.
First down on the 45 for the Bears.
They're trying to get this play off. And they do. Quarterback drops back. Throws the ball over the middle. Incomplete pass, and that's your ball game. 48. Springstead 0 for Central. And now it's time for the Glory Days Player of the Game, sponsored by Glory Days on Cortez and Brooksville, where you always eat like a champion. And tonight our player of the game is Owen Andrus, number 4. Owen Andrus for the Springstead Eagles. He had 2 carries, 2 touchdowns, and 6 extra points for the Eagles. I'd like to take it down to Mr. Wilkie right now.
Thank you very much, Dave and Derek. Wonderful call on the game tonight. We hope that you enjoyed all the live action here on the Gulf Coast Sports Network. As a reminder, please subscribe, toss some likes our way, and we'll see you next time.
Kickoff.